Maybe it's the enemy, maybe it's the devil, because I'm talking a lot. I'm putting a lot of content out. I'm helping people. I'm sure he doesn't like it, so he's making my life harder. I don't know. Or maybe it's just the way that it is. It's just dying to yourself is a painful process. Facebook or YouTube, depending on where you're watching. Thanks for tuning in. Today is Friday, March 22nd. I'm here at the CityFam offices doing my vlog. A couple days late. I was trying to do them on Wednesdays for a while. Now I'm just getting them out when I can. I wanted to jump right into it. So I put up a post about a week or two ago, and I said that I struggled with lust, and said, really the only thing that's keeping me from, having sex or specifically even casual sex was the call of God on my life. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because it is true. It's something that is a struggle for me, probably because of my past and a lot of the decisions that I made. And it's crazy because God's given me this message, right? He's given me this message of sexual purity. And, he did not take the desire away when he gave me the message, which has been a really interesting dynamic because I know it's the right thing to do, and I'm doing it, but it's far from easy for me. It's actually been by far the hardest thing that I've ever done. And, it's like, taking a really fat person and saying, okay, making them a fitness guru, here's this message of why working out's good for you, but you hate working out and you hate eating healthy. That's basically what he did. I can explain why it works, why waiting works better than anyone in the world, I believe. That's why my video has got 1.2 million views, and the book is, people are reading it and they're sending me messages about, oh my God, this is, changed the course of my life. And I get messages all the time from people. I got one today from a girl that's just changed a lot of things about her life. So God's given me this gift, but he did not take the desire away from me, where I still want to have sex. I've never been in love, so I don't even know what that feels like. I don't know what making love feels like, so for me, all I knew was sex. And here I've been single now for 7 years or so. Yeah, it's 2012, the beginning of 2012. So yeah, 7 years, and it's still a huge struggle. Sometimes I get home and I'm in a lot of pain, from being alone. And I know the one thing that I know would take away the pain 100% would be call up a girl, call up a girl, hang out with her, even, but I know that it would lead to sex, period. And I'm like, I can't do that. It would ruin everything. This whole platform that I've created would crumble down. I would damage a lot of people's faith. Yeah, it would be great in the moment. You know what I mean? It would numb the pain. It would take it away. But I'd create a mess and a lot more pain for myself down the road. And it's like, I can't do it. I absolutely can't do it. So I just have to sit there and marinate in it sometimes, and it'd be one thing to be waiting for that person if things were working at a high level in CityFam, meaning if everything was working the way it was supposed to, and home was opening or being prepared to be open, and we're impacting hundreds of people, thousands of people, whatever. I mean, I see CityFam impacting millions of people, but we're not even doing that. It's been this huge struggle for the last 5 years of me not getting paid at all and being single and sex-free and just taking it, and hoping, believing that God is going to show up and there's going to be breakthrough in the area of CityFam. There's going to also be in the breakthrough in the area of my life and my relationship. And I know some people, so that's compounded the feelings. The fact that things haven't been working, at a high level has made it even harder to wait. I heard a quote a while back. It says men need to be winning in the bedroom, the boardroom, and the ball field. So basically, we want to be having good sex. We want to be doing good in business, making money and doing good in business, and we want to be athletic and, doing good on the ball field, competitive. So, and that's pretty true, so, my workouts are good, but other than that, like I'm not doing that good in the boardroom, and I'm doing nothing in the bedroom. So it makes it harder, because it's like, as a man, you want those things. You want to be doing good in those areas. So I'm not quitting at all. I mean, I'm just being honest about how hard this is to wait sometimes. Like, it's been really, really difficult. And I know some people watching this will say, well, why don't you just marry? Because the Bible actually says it's better to marry than burn with lust. And that's true. I do believe that. And for me, here's all honesty, complete transparency. Every relationship I've ever been in the past has been physical, and at some point, after we had sex, whether it was right after the first time or if it was months down the road, there was some point where I lost interest in that person physically, not only physically, but kind of even to date them. So now here I am, I'm in this place where I'm waiting to have sex. I've said it's the right thing. I 100% believe it's the right thing. But now let's say I wait to have sex. Let's say I settle because I'm in pain, like sometimes to be single. So I just screw it, I'm just gonna marry someone. Now I wait to have sex. We get married, boom, we have sex, and then I lose interest. And now I'm married to the person, right? That's a real legit concern of mine. So I can't settle. You know what I mean? Either someone is going to come along into my life that God is going to be like, he's going to say, look, her, and I'm going to hear it, and I'm going to say, okay, got it. And then even if that thought process comes back to me after I get married, I would dismiss it, because I would know that God told me her, and I would ride it out till the day we die. Or someone's going to come along and blow my socks off, and I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, wow. And I'll start dating that person, moving toward marriage. And then if they continue to blow me away without sex, which I've never done, then I will know that this is the right person for me, and I will sign the marriage contract. But neither of those things have happened, so I continue to wait in my pain for that right person. I don't know if any of that's making sense. Hopefully I explained it, but I'm just trying to do my best to stay in the center of God's will, which is it's becoming increasingly harder to do. And maybe it's the enemy, maybe it's the devil, because I'm talking a lot. I'm putting a lot of content out. I'm helping people. I'm sure he doesn't like it, so he's making my life harder. I don't know. Or maybe it's just the way that it is. It's just dying to yourself is a painful process, because sometimes I'll go home and I'm like, I'm lonely, I'm depressed, because it's been a long time and I've been working very, very hard on all of this. I'm not just working a little bit. I'm talking about like sleeping most nights 6 hours is what I try to deprive myself of a little sleep, get up early, read. I visualize every morning. I see this incredible vision in my head of City Fam and home and all these things, and then work 15 hours a day trying to make it happen, problem after problem, can't track resources, whatever. And it's just like, so it becomes at some point, it's like this labor of love. And it's hard to continue to stay in the center of God's will, even though, I know it's the best thing. The thing is 100% I know God could bless this thing. He could breathe on it, boom, we're gone. We're off to the races. We're, impacting millions of people. And if he's not doing that, it's not because because he's punishing me, which sometimes it feels like, honestly, but it's because he loves me. And there's something happening in this process, to me, I believe, and I just have to continue to go along with it. And I'm doing my best, but it is becoming harder. It is becoming harder to do that. So anyway, I want to kind of tell you what is new in my life. So I have basically decided to start venturing out. So we have these chapters that are in different stages of starting with CityFam, and hopefully I'm going to Houston in the next week or two to really help them launch. I'm excited because it's gonna break up my routine here, the monotony of, the routine that I've been on the last several years, which is getting up early, coming in the office, working till late, go home, do it again. So this is gonna break it up for me, and I'm excited about it. It's going to give me a chance to work out the process of what it looks like to start a CityFam in another city. It's going to give other people in Baltimore a chance to step up as I step back from the day-to-day operations. So I'm really excited about that. And I do think that it's going to help us because I'm only good at certain things. I'm good at getting things started. I'm not good at refining things. So I'm really kind of pumped to let some other people step up and do that. And once I get these it also give me time to focus on the book, which I'm pretty excited about, because the book, I probably sold about 750 copies if I had to guess up until now, but I haven't focused on it, and I want to spend some time focusing on it, maybe doing more podcast interviews, more radio, TV interviews if I can get on them, more ads. I really haven't spent much money in ads just because I haven't had it, but I also haven't had the time to really figure out the targeting, because you can waste a lot of money on ads if you don't know what to do. But once I get this process for these new chapters in place, then I can go to New York City and maybe Phoenix, Arizona, where we have a little group starting, and also Newark, Delaware, and I can start to help them. So I'm pretty excited because it's gonna break up the routine a little bit, and anytime that I get away, it just gives me a chance to hear from God. To be honest, I get fresh vision, I get clarity, and I'm excited. So I'm hoping that I may be leaving for Houston as soon as Sunday. So that will be cool. I'll create a ton of content while I'm there, and we'll see. So, and the other thing about it is there's really absolutely nothing holding me back from going, which is pretty cool. I'm 46 years old, so I'm no spring chicken, but I don't have anything holding me in Baltimore. Like, the job doesn't hold me. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't even have an apartment. I don't even have a car, to be honest. The car I have was given to me by my uncle. So I really have nothing at all holding me back. I get a little bit of money from book sales, and a little bit of money from YouTube, and like enough to feed myself. And so it's a pretty good place to be in, because I have complete freedom to go out and do this. So that is I'm gonna do it. So anyway, CityFam. Now, what else is coming up? Talmar Farms next Saturday. We're gonna be outside at Talmar Farms doing some work. I think it's kid friendly. You can find information about that on the CityFam website. And then we're going to Nicaragua in November. The date changed. It's November 17th to the 24th. So I'm really excited about that. Nicaragua is a beautiful country, but it's also very poor, and we're going to be building a community center and a playground for this town called Cristo Rey. So it's the poorest of the poor. The people there literally live off of a dump that's right by that. Really, they put the dump there so that people could survive off something. So we're going to build a community center and a playground for them. It's going to be awesome. We have this plan for how we're really going to make a longer term impact for the people there. We're going to get them actually to help us build the community center and the playground. When we leave, they'll be qualified to take classes. What on Earth Am I Here For?, which is part of the Purpose Driven Life book. They'll be able to take classes that will pay for the booklets. Once they go through the 8 weeks of classes, then they come up with an idea for what their purpose might be. Maybe it's to start a little fruit stand or start a little business. They'll be able to qualify for a microloan from this organization called the Neo Fund that we'll be working with. So it's really different than any relief trip that I've ever seen. Instead of going there and just kind of, dripping on a problem, building a house or whatever it is that we've done in the past, we're actually going to get these people to help us We're going to build relationships over the course of the week, and then we're going to funnel them into classes where they can start to build healthy community and figure out a purpose for their life. And once they come up with an idea, they'll be able to get a micro loan, which will give them a hand up, not a handout. They actually have to pay the loan back. It's going to be somewhere between $50 and $200 to start their little business. And then the dream is to come back the following year and meet these people that we built this playground with the year before, and now see how their life has improved because of their little business, or the relationships that they built. So I'm excited about it because we're trying to make as big of impact as possible. Rather than just go and build somebody a house and then leave. Yeah, that makes me feel great. And that one family got a house, but what about the 15,000 families that are here that didn't get a house? So we're hoping that this is really going to be something cool. And if you want to go, it's a ballpark. It's going to be around $1,800. There's an event up on the City Fam Facebook page. If you click interested or going there, we will get you some more information. We're actually having information meeting in like a couple of Sundays from now. It's going to be here at the City Fam offices, and we'll be able to answer more questions. If you're not in the area for some reason, just click interested or going, and we will go live from the Facebook event so you can get your questions answered. But it's going to be awesome. I mean, these trips for me have been life-changing for sure. Really where City Fam started, I don't know if any of y'all know this, or maybe some of you do, but City Fam started because of a relief trip. If y'all remember, I was promoting a pool party in Ocean City called Rehab, and it was just complete debauchery, and I had rededicated my life to God, and I was getting my shit together, and I thought, I don't want to promote this debaucherous pool party anymore, but if I don't do it, then somebody else is just going to step in and take all the money, namely the Good Life Boys, if you guys remember them. So instead of letting that happen, which really wouldn't have done any good for anybody, I said, well, I'm going to promote the party because it's going to happen with or without me, but I'm going to use all that money for a relief trip to Grenada, and I'm going to take anybody from the pool party that wants to go, and I'm going to help pay for their trip with that money. So that's how it started. That's how City Fam started. It was before we had a name or anything, and we did a relief trip to Grenada. We took about 15 people down there, and we did some work, and it was awesome. And then we're like, well, why can't we do this on a regular basis back home? And that's really how everything started with City Fam and led to us where we're at. So highly encourage you to go. We got space for 30 people. Definitely you'll make memories to last a lifetime, I promise you. And yeah, if you want more information, you can find that on the City Fam website, but also the City Fam Facebook page. Last but not least, I just want to give a shout out to our contributing members, because there's people that have rode with us through all the ups and downs, through, home looking like it was going to open, not opening, getting all of the different changes to our contributing membership levels, t-shirts, no t-shirts, people that are still giving $10, $25 a month, some people $40 a month. They don't even come to our events. They're just supporting us because they believe in us. So I just want to give a shout out to those people. I'm not sure if you're even going to see this, but if you do, thank you for believing in us, because it's you guys that continue to allow us to do what we're doing. I don't get paid. But there are people in the organization that need to make a little something, and they work, most of them, namely Jenny, she works for peanuts because she knows that's all we got. So, but we have to give her something, and it was you guys that have enabled us to do that. So thank you for believing in us, riding with us. I know that sooner or later we're gonna get all this figured out, and we're gonna help a lot of people, and you guys are gonna hopefully feel really gratified knowing that you helped us get here, because we wouldn't be able to do it without you. So anyway, that's it. Appreciate you guys. And if you're watching this and you've been used to come to City Fam events and you haven't been to an event in a while, come back out. We need you guys. We can't do any of this without you. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, City Fam really is the bridge. I really want people to understand that. It's the bridge to help people. Like, we go to the places, we fish where the fish are. We go to the places where the people are that need the help. Like, to me, I see places like churches and 12 steps, and, they try to get people to come to them. right? They invite, and people sometimes do, but most of the time they don't. What we do is we go to those places, to the places where the people are, and we get them and bring them back to those places through the relationships, if they want to go to those places. It doesn't mean everybody that comes to City Fam is trying to get sober, or doesn't mean they're trying to find God. But if they do, or if they are looking for those things, they find it through the relationships, and then they end up back in those places, and then you see people's lives change. But the funny thing is like the people that understand that bridge, people that have crossed that bridge themselves, will then go find themselves in a healthy place, and they won't even come to the social events. They just they still, and somehow in their mind, they look at us as like just a social group. No, we're the bridge. Like, unless you come back and work on the bridge, nobody's going to be working on the bridge to help the next person cross. So anyway, if you've seen this and you dropped off, maybe you're in a really good place, maybe you got these great friendships. We still need you. There's still you crossed the bridge because of the sacrifices of the people before you. So now we need you to come back and sacrifice for the next people that are coming. Does that make sense? Anyway, that's it. Appreciate you guys. Talk to you next time.
Thank you so much for watching my video on YouTube. I wanted to take a moment here at the end to tell you about something that is not only important to me, it's important to the world. Recently, I wrote a book entitled Why Waiting Works: How Fast Sex Prevents Us from Finding True Love and Long-Term Happiness. It has an average 5-star review on Amazon, and it's written so practically that even readers that didn't agree with my stance on waiting have told me it caused them to reevaluate their lives. So if you or anyone you know is single, or if you or anyone you know is in a physical relationship and not married, I am imploring you to pick up a copy of my book. It literally will take you a maximum of 4 hours to read it, and has the potential to change the course of your life. It's one thing to do something that you don't completely understand. It's a whole different thing to do something when you know exactly why you're doing it. And that's what my book is really doing for people. So I just want to thank you in advance. Again, this is something that's important to me, but it's even more important for the rest of the world, and I could really use your help to get the message out. Thank you.